It's me, GV, and welcome to another episode of Sup Saturdays, ladies and gentlemen. So in the last episode, I mentioned two things. Number one, we're going to start doing these every week. The only case when we're not is if there's absolutely nothing to talk about. I'm not going to do a video just to do a video, but the other thing I said was that I have a great idea for what we're going to do this week. Now, for those of you that don't know, me and my friend moved up here from Florida around 6 months ago. I actually did a Sup Saturdays way back then where I did an apartment tour, and let's just say it was very, very modest. We've since spruced up our apartment quite a bit, so this is going to be an upgraded tour of our apartment. Now, if you want to compare the two tours and how they differ, and believe me, they differ quite a lot, you can click this right here, and that will take you to the Sup Saturdays where we did the first apartment tour. So as I mentioned in the last Sup Saturdays as well, I'm looking to buy some property, so if and when that goes through, I'll also do a tour of that, and it is like 3 times as big as this apartment, so that's going to be a fully fleshed out actual tour. Alright guys, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so you guys have seen a lot of this before, but yeah, this is my setup. Pretty much everything is unchanged. We have my computer down here, custom built PC that I built around 2 years ago for, I think, it was $1,500 altogether. It was like $100 for the monitor, so around $1,400 I think to build it. I'm not going to show you the inside because that would be too annoying to do, but there you go. And then everything over there, my monitor, my keyboard, my new mouse, which kind of looks cool with the blue LEDs, but honestly it's annoying as hell because you cannot shut those off unless you unplug the USB. So that's on all night if your lights are off. It literally makes so much light. So yeah, it's a nice mouse. It's just kind of annoying that you can't shut off the LEDs. TV, could use an upgrade, I guess. It's kind of small, but I like it kind of small because this is the view that I have when I'm recording. And so you can see if I'm recording off my PC, it's right there. If I'm recording off my TV, I'm playing over there. If it was too big, you know, it'd be kind of hard to, how am I going to word this? Get a good view on it, I guess. And there's my mic, which I keep saying I'm going to replace, but honestly, it's done me well this whole entire time on YouTube, so I don't know if I'll ever replace it, but I do kind of want to get a Blue Yeti. Alright, so this is the Elgato 1080 60 recorder, and it's so much smaller than the HD PVR, and it's so much simpler. You can see it's just got like 3 plugs. It doesn't even have a power outlet, which is really nice. And then there's my new Xbox One. Still looks pretty new, good to go. All of my games, I'll do this sort of deal. And then we'll go to the next column. And then I have the Wii U games, and the Wii U doesn't even have its power thing on because I barely ever use it. As you can see, it's getting dusty. Some Game Boy games back there. And then that was where my 360 was until it broke. So yeah, 3DS, Xbox Slim hard drive, and that's pretty much it for my setup. This is the view outside. It's okay. We're facing away from the front of the apartment complex, so you can't really see too much cool stuff. This is the bed that I bought. As you can see, it's pretty big, takes up quite a lot of room, and I like it a lot. It's incredibly comfortable, and yeah. Basically, anytime I film this, it looks a lot smaller than the room actually is. And if we open up my closet, there's the dead 360, and there it will remain, unless it magically starts working again, which I don't know if it's going to happen, ever. Let's go into the living room. So last time we were in here, there was nothing really here. But now, as you can see, we've got a couple of couches, and these were not cheap. They were actually kind of expensive, so they're really nice couches. This one's actually a lazy boy. We also got a coffee table and a TV stand, which we built, and then we also got a new TV. So this is the view when you're sitting down on the couch. Yeah, the video really does not do it justice. I think that TV is like 48 inches, which is pretty decent. There's the window viewing outside, and we also got this cabinet, which fortunately we don't have a lot of alcohol at the moment, but we have all the means to drink it in a fancy manner. Okay, and we had a friend recently move up here, so yeah, that's where he's staying, and that's his whole setup there. It's just a temporary situation. And then we have the kitchen again, which you guys have seen. Nothing really has changed here. In fact, I don't know if anything has changed really. But there is a ton of food in here, as you can see. This is my stuff. That's pretty much all I eat. I eat those for breakfast. I cook with the coconut oil. That's sometimes for a snack. And then I eat a lot of chili, which I'm going to switch up because it's pretty unhealthy actually. Some seasonings. And then usually my deal now is to make some broccoli and some chicken with those seasonings. And then in here we have some sausages and some ham. That's my stuff. Everything else is theirs. So yeah, not much different in the closet. You can see the bottles that I showed you guys at in the last tour. That's still the only stuff we've drank so far. So yeah, moving to Colorado has really stopped my drinking. I used to drink a lot in Florida. Not like an alcoholic or anything, but I drink a lot more. Here I don't drink as much. Alright, so next we have my roommate's room. I hope he doesn't mind too much. Does he have a light in here? I don't even know, but yeah, I'm not going to show you too much because he's not nearly as clean and organized as I am. But if you guys remember in the last time I showed you guys his growing operation, he's still growing. The last plant turned out to be female or male, so he couldn't harvest it for wheat or anything. He just didn't know. Yeah, you can't really see it, but he's got like 3 plants in there. One's a decent size, and he for sure knows that this time they're male. I know it's gonna come up. I do not smoke. I actually like drinking much better. I pretty much never ever smoke, but my other 2 roommates do quite a bit. And then we have the bathroom. Hello. Yeah, not much has changed in here either. Just a decent bathroom. Not much more to say than that. And then we have the main closet, or the main hallway, where you enter through. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Obviously we improved our... can't talk. Obviously, we improved our situation tenfold, getting all new furniture, all new stuff, and hopefully we'll be moving again in... Let's see. Well, I'm not going to say the exact time, but hopefully we'll be moving soon again into a place that, like I said, is like 3 times bigger than this. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye-bye. So that was our apartment. Not too bad for a stepping stone. I mean, we couldn't really take a look at it before we moved from Florida, so I'd say not too bad, you know, for just getting started in Colorado. Like I said, if and when the house property thing happens, you guys can look forward to another tour. Either way, that was this week's Sub Saturdays, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.